So I got this question from a friend of mine recently. He was telling me about how his life is going well. He's in a good relationship. Life is good, health is good, things are good. But there's this looming idea that's going to fall apart. Right? When does the other shoe drop? When do the things that we know are coming for us are going to show up and wreck our lives? And, I just couldn't think of a more common framework or idea about how many of us live our lives. And there's a couple of points to this that I think are interesting that I'll share. And so I'm always participating, I'm always owning, I'm always knowing that all of these things are things I do too. And I own them, I still do them. Some of them I do a lot less. I've really built some great patterns to shift how I live my life. The other thing here is that I've shifted how I view myself. I've shifted the kind of person that I believe I am, my identity. So that helps me to know that, the things that come into my life are because I believe that that's the type of person that creates those things. So the first point that I want to make here is I believe we're all attached to our suffering. I believe that all of us are, we have some level of familiarity and we nurture and we hold this, painful, fucked up part of us. Maybe not for you, I don't know. But I know I have, and I know I do, and I know many of the people that I hang out with, they have some attachment, some connection to it. Whatever form it takes for you, I believe that, suffering is a prideful thing, a badge of honor. I'm tough. And then there's the one where I'm poor me, I'm suffering. So we also, some deeper level of this is where, we just get right down into worshiping our wounds because of all that they give us, all they bestow on us. And I know this, I know it's crazy, and I know I do it. And I continue to seek to do that less and less. So, through my childhood, I, just kind of ended up forming my view of the world to be one of pain and suffering and yada, yada, yada. And through kind of teenage years, that was really started showing up as a chip on my shoulder. And I then sabotaged a lot of good things in my life. I pushed them away. I just made it to where they didn't fit or they didn't belong because to me they didn't. It didn't make sense to me. And as I started to get more knowledge about how this was operating in me and how and why I was doing it, I started to kind of get this sense that I could enjoy and I could experience peace and love and some of these things that I'd heard about and I'd dreamed about, and I knew that I'd had these little fleeting touches of them. But when I brought those in, it just felt awkward. It felt like it didn't fit. It felt foreign. And that's because it was. It was foreign. If I've lived my life and believed I was the type of person to kind of live in a specific type of way, and then I introduce something that's outside of that, it is foreign. And it feels bad, as peculiar as that sounds. It's good, but it's also bad. So the analogy that I'll use is, it's like a new pair of boots. I like me some new pairs of boots, but for a period of time, they just don't feel like they're mine yet. They don't feel like they're kind of broken in and formed to my feet. Same thing with like a pair of leather gloves or something. It takes some time for them to feel like they're familiar because they know me and I know them. So through that time, there's resistance. I'm feeling the awkwardness of it, the discomfort of it. And I know that this is common, and many people have that similar experience. And there were times and cycles where I pushed it away, kind of came back to it, pushed it away, sabotaged. And I expected bad times to come. I expected it. Surely I don't belong here. I'm a visitor in the place of peace and love and ease. And eventually I'll have to go home. I'll have to go back. So another part of this is I know, and I believe that we have this innate ability to understand that the deeper we love, the more painful it will be when we lose that love. And we know that we are going to lose everything that we care about. We know that everything that's important to us we're going to lose. That's what happens when we die. Our home, our job, our health, our loved ones, our mind, it's all going to be gone. So, hey, here is a great way to fix that. Just don't have love, and just don't, get attached to things, and just don't get cozy and comfortable with love and those sensations that are so intense and fulfilling. And that way, when it's gone, it won't be that far of a fall. And if you're happy, a good thing to do would be to watch out for the pain that's coming so it doesn't sneak up on you and surprise you. And then maybe you can manifest it. And then, not only it doesn't sneak up on you, you're in control of it. Because that's what I know I do. I start to get deeper in love and find the ripcord and I yank that. I don't want to be in that free fall. It won't last, so don't get too used to it. So I know that there was a time in my life, a period where, I had people that I could feel that they cared about me. I could feel that they loved me. And my solution, my way I could make sense of that was that there was something wrong with them. Because surely if I'm unlovable and I'm a piece of shit, there must be something wrong with them to love somebody who's unlovable, right? I mean, that's just kind of the way that works. And since I don't deserve a life of peace and ease, I'm sure that it's, I'm gonna be found out, and I will be asked to leave. So I better find the exit and know where the exits are so I can make my, safe departure when it's good for me. So here's the deal. This is what I've come to believe more and more. I still have my attachments to suffering. They're still there. I choose them. But I know that I have a choice. I know I have the choice to create the life I want. I know I have a choice to see myself as someone who deserves, that it makes sense, it's right, it's my birthright to have love and to experience bliss, pleasure. And if you expect pain and if you expect disappointment, you will find it. That's how we operate. That's the substantiation of the things we see. We're bent. There's a part of us that's its whole thing. It's doing. That's confirmation bias. But if you believe you're worthy of love, and peace, you will find that. It will show up for you. So I got some questions for you, like I do, for you to consider and think about. Are you the type of person who has good things happen? Or are you the type of person that has bad things happen? And why do you suppose that is? And if you are living, so what is likely to happen to you or for you to experience based on the current way you're living your life? And here's another one. This is one I've been looking at recently and really feels juicy, which is, are you giving your friends and your family and your loved ones the gift of you being happy? So if you're not happy around them, what must they experience? So thanks for your time. I hope you have a great day, great weekend. Appreciate it.